Oh, and this is Theme Park Squib, and welcome to another show. What a week it's been. The Thought Park vlog from Saturday has been on what I did experience Walking Dead the ride for the first time. In this week's episode of the show we'll have all the usual sections, so let's get into news. This week in news I will be giving you my review of Walking Dead the ride. But first, Derren Brown's Ghost Train Rise of the Demon. That has had a few changes for this year. The most notable is the live action scene has been totally redone. We used to get off the train told evacuation, you came off the platform, you went up to the train came towards you and you ran out because the actors came into the other station. Now it's made it more like a scare manager. You actually walk down the tunnel up to the train. No actors in there now, and also there's no grabbing on the ride. I think actors in Derren Brown have a bit cut back lately. There's no actors in the live action scene, and I didn't even get touched once in the VR, and the first section of the VR was all messed up as well. So I think that ride, I don't enjoy it. When you get a good ride you really do enjoy it, but when you get a bad ride you really don't enjoy it. And how the screens were constantly on in the underground tube, talking about subcore energy, they were constantly on for the whole ride, and it got really distracting when you're listening to all you hear is subcore energy. And my first section of VR, when I was looking sideways, it was stuck on looking forward, and it was really not a nice experience looking sideways and having to still look forward, and it kept twitching about. And that's what the problem is with VR. You don't know if it's going to be good, and the one I had should have been out of order, but it wasn't. And yeah, it's really slipped down the drain hole a little bit with the effects not working, in the live action scene being done up with no actors. I used to really enjoy the live action scene. It reminded me of like the dungeon desk, but now it's just like walking around like a maze, and it's getting quite not a good ride, and it's getting quite annoying when you do ride it. Also, Walking Dead the ride, I found it fantastic. It's a big improvement on X, and it also reminded me how good the X roller coaster was on the back row. I loved as you enter the gate, you have all the announcements saying this is a Thought Park safe zone announcement. Then you went in. The pre-show was amazing with the man on the screen and the two screens showing pictures of Thought Park, like the tidal wave dry the bridge, and then the zombies came and attacked on the screens, and then there was that picture at the back with the hands on the screen that was quite good. And I love walking through the corridors. They've made those corridors a lot better before you get on with like Sector A has been compromised and move on to Sector B. And where the old baggage hold was, because it's obviously been moved outside of the building now, the theming round there and the truck with X :NOWO, no way out, WD on the number plate of that car, and you went into the station, which was the safe zone transit system. They've done it really nice. There's a little reference to X on the front of the cars now. It says safe zone transit system, there's an X behind it. You go on, they've made it dark in there now, and it's a lot better going up there. I never realised how tall X really was. You go around, your first stop is where there's these bodies hanging down. Second stop, there's a sound effect like they're in there with you. The third stop was with the armoury, which was actually really good. We were told at the expo that will be different. One time you may have a woman like a woman shooting the zombies, or a man, or the man in the pre-show shooting them with a crossbow. And then the best part of that ride is probably the signature part, where the ride stops, shudders, and the walkers are trying to get in through the window. And then when you came off, you went through the classic don't open dead inside doors. No actors at the end bit. I heard there's meant to be actors in there. No actors in the whole ride again. Maybe it's cutbacks, because I'm a Celebrity is on its staggered opening now as well. And Derren Brown, there's been no grabbing, and it's getting quite sad really that all these live action things, like they could become like Saw Alive. Look at that, it only opens at Fright Nights now, but it will be opening this summer. I reckon they're doing something to that for Fright Nights this year. Let's get into merchandise. Quick merchandise, we do have some Blackpool Tower merchandise. First we have a nice orange pen with a tower and the Blackpool Tower written on it. Really nice pen, you've got to get one. It's the first time up the tower, and how iconic Blackpool Tower really is. And because I collect pin badges, I did get this Blackpool Tower pin with the tower, the big one and all that on it. Really nice, £3.50. I do collect my pins, and that's a nice one to have in the collection. Next week on merchandise, I will be showing a lot of Blackpool Pleasure Beach merchandise. So let's get into Guess the Ride. The Guess the Ride this week, I will reveal last week's Guess the Ride that was Rattlesnake, can't believe that's hitting its 20th birthday this year. I do really enjoy that ride at Chesington. If you got that right, you will get a shout out in the shout out section of the show, which is the last part. This week's guest ride is a ride that's been relocated from Chesington World of Adventures. It originally opened in 1999 in the Mystic East area of Chesington and was moved to a different UK park in 2004. Due to this, Chesington did get the Ferris wheel from that park. That Ferris wheel was Peaking Heights at Chesington. That sadly did close last year. So if you know what that ride is, put it down in the comments down below and you'll get a shout out in next week's shout out section of the show. Let's get into channel news. There's not much to talk about in channel news this week. Just to say that we were hoping to go to Chesington for the opening of Tiger Rock, which is on May the 5th. That looks amazing. It's been testing. That Tiger Rock head looks some of the best theming we've ever got in the UK, and the tigers have now arrived on site. So hopefully we will be there for opening day, and I'll see you when that video is released. Let's get into shout-outs. So we have quite a lot to get through in shout-outs this week, so let's just get through them. First we have our guest rides, which was Rattlesnake. We have Black Sheep Blackout and Theme Park Merlin. Well done for guessing that right. Next on Twitter we have TJ, Team Theme, Coaster Freak, Theme Park Station, Park Boys and Pleasure Beach Experience. Thank you for doing whatever you did on Twitter. Next we have YouTube comments from Joseph Finney, Isabel Southcott, Lydia, Carl Livermore. Thank you for commenting. So yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the show. Remember, we are on YouTube, we're also on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, so give us a like on those. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you there. Bye.